Hi there. How are you? It's been a couple of weeks, 2 weeks precisely since my last clip. Here I am again. I'm sure each and every one of us is doing well. May the Almighty Allah continue to be with us, be our guide, and keep watch over us. Amen. On this clip here, we're going to be talking about, or I'm going to be discussing about individuals generally wising up on issues and ways of life. I am not an exception either. Um, I'm still learning, and I'm sure most of us are still too. No matter how old we are, we'll learn something new every day. And from each and every one of our experiences, we only get better and become wiser. When I say become wiser about the ways of life, it's our dealings, our everyday dealings. I'm talking about relationship wise, general one-on-one ways of dealing with people in life. I'm not a I'm not a specialist or anything, but at least I have my own share of experiences, and especially regarding relationships. And I try as much as possible to learn from the previous one. Okay. When I say wise up in Yoruba, I call it Yare ni brain. So the title of this topic, the title of this clip is going to be Yare ni brain. Yare ni brain simply means wise up. Now, the first kind of people that I'm going to talk about, which it applies to each and every one of us, both male and female, but most especially females, is we have to wise up when it comes up to men, women, individuals in general abusing us. I'm not going to go into details as to the kinds of abuse that there is. We all know. We can't say we're naive about it this day and age. But then, when you see the signs of emotional abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, it's time to do what? It's time to yare ni brain. It's time to wise up. A lot of women, just because of love, a lot of men, just because of love, have crossed over to heaven. They've crossed over to the world beyond, just because they want to be with the person that they're in love with. They see the signs of abuse there, but yet they still want to be there. And the person, whoever it is, abused them, is either in jail or is still alive walking around. So whatever it is you're doing, when it comes to relationship, abusive relationship, emotional, physical, financial, if you know it is not something that makes you happy, it's about time that you wise up and yare ni brain. Now, this is for the young ladies out there. I remember very well how scared I was when I was younger with my parents, especially my mom. It's not like she will say or no, guy issues, but the morals and the values were there, to which I still, in my own way, still abide by it. But the thing is, a lot of young ladies out there these days, the morals and values are not there anymore for a lot of people now. And this is not something that will continue into the future with you. My point is, yare ni brain. All this running up and down just because you want to buy Brazilian hair, you want to buy phones, you want to be a big girl, you want to be materialistic. It's just a temporary thing. It's not a future ambition that you should just continue with all the time. Yare ni brain. Like my Yoruba people will say, Igba olobi orere. If you're in school, it's just an advice. If you're in school, stick to your school, to your education. That's the only thing that makes a woman and a good job. It's not all these runs and all this other stuff that a lot of young women do. And then some young women out there, I think the ambition they have now is just to be with married men. There are a lot of single guys out there. I know relationships are not easy. I know it's very difficult. But then, yare and brain. Because all these so-called married men, they're not going to leave your wives for you. And if they do leave your wives for you, what do you think about your own future with them? Like my Yoruba people will say, whatever it is, if you think right now you have the man, you know that you intentionally or unintentionally, disrupted their home, it's going to come back to you. So, yare and brain. If you want to date a married man, fine. Do it with opolo, with sense. Don't just be messing around. And then when you go about with all this married men, you insult, you get involved with the wives, which doesn't concern you. If you're with the married man, stay with the married man. He has a wife, you know it already. So why are you making the wife your business? Yare and brain. Because whatever it is that you do at that time is going to come back to you. And we all know it. So yare and brain. If you sit down in one country and your guy is in another country, I have gone through that, and I'm still going through it. You understand? But the thing is, you have to yare and brain, because that person over there doesn't know what you're doing. The person, you that you're here, you don't know what that person is doing. Everything we do in life is left in the hands of God. You understand? But yare and brain, when you don't see the transparency of the person, yare and brain, don't bloody waste your time. Time waits for no one. Yare and brain. Long distance relationship. You know that, okay, you have to make up your mind as to, okay, I want to like really stay with the person. And if you know you don't want to stay with the person, don't waste your time. Time waits for no one. And then to all married men out there who flaunt their girlfriends all over the place and flaunt them on Facebook and flaunt them out there and flaunt them for people to see, and you don't respect your humble wives that you have in your house. A yara in brain. Because we all have kids, especially female kids. And I'm quite sure most of you men would not like for any man to treat the man the way you treat the women that you're with. So a yara in brain. Nobody knows where our kids are going tomorrow. They are future. We're supposed to lay a foundation, a very nice foundation, solid foundation for them. But at the rate at which things are going, most people, most relationships, there's nothing really to show. A lot of people are not happy in their relationships. I'm not a relationship expert, but it's what I've seen, it's what I hear, it's what I know. And we all, whatever it is that we're doing in life, yes, our kids have their future, they have their lives. We have ours too. We have to put them in consideration. Whatever it is that we're doing, all our escapades, sexcapades, it has to come to a limit, especially when we're growing old. We're not kids anymore. So yare ni brain, okunrin yare and brain, obirin yare and brain, sisi yare and brain. The future is there. The future is bright for most of us. Don't let us waste it on what is not. Igbadun 5 minutes, ìṣẹ́jú mélòó. That's the end of it, and then you spoil a lot of things. So yare and brain, wise up. If you're in an abusive relationship, yare and brain, wise up. Life is ahead. Life is beautiful. Yes, so many hardship is out there. A lot of us complain about one thing or the other, but when there's life, there is hope. So yare and brain, do not end up 6 feet under just because you think or you feel you're in love with a man and he abuses you. And that goes for the men too. If you're in an abusive relationship, it's better you get out of it, because once the abuse starts, that's the end of it. Is going to continue. No two ways about it. And whoever is being abused will never be happy. And whoever is abusing will always take advantage of it. And to all you ladies out there, to all the young ladies running after phones, iPads, what is it called, Brazilian hairs, all these materialistic things, brain. For how long do you want to do that for? Education is there. If you don't, it's not everybody that can, like, go to school or whatever. Yeah, we understand the situation in our country, but then there are other, lucrative businesses that you can go into instead of just messing around. For how long do you want to do that for? Brain. Or someone didn't know anybody more. Brain. Wise up. On that note, I'm going to say thank you again for listening to me. I still remain Detola, Aduke's sweetest, and will always will. Until we meet again, stay blessed, remain blessed, show much love to whoever you're with, family, friends, continue to hang in there. It is well, like my people will say. Ireo. Have a nice week ahead.